So when the ICC finally announced the sanctions that had long been rumored for a lot of political provocation that came from both Indian players and Pakistani players during the Asia Cup 2025, the most harshly hit player was Haris Rauf, which shouldn't really come as much of a surprise. I mean, he copped a 2-game ODI ban, and it shouldn't really come as a surprise because he was probably one of the most provocative of the lot by some distance, except it came to a surprise to one man, Haris Rauf himself. At least that is according to local media reports in Pakistan that claim that he was a little bit surprised or taken aback by this verdict. Why was he taken aback? Well, let's just go over the 2 pointers which I felt really stood out and why I think they're totally ridiculous in certain ways, because these are the things that he's apparently surprised at or what the Pak media felt they were blindsided on. One is that Rauf was apparently unaware of getting demerit points since they were not discussed and only added on afterwards without him being informed. That's point number one. Point number two is that he didn't know that accepting the sanction or accepting that he was guilty of what it is that he was being accused of would lead to a reduced penalty from the ICC. And on both counts, I just need to say, what exactly is going on in Pakistan? First off, let's go at point number one. Any sanction, anytime you're charged with something by the ICC for bringing the game into disrepute or something which can be seen as going against the rules, the demerit points exist for this very reason. If you are caught doing something which is against the rules in any way, shape or form, you will be hit with demerit points. The ICC doesn't need to be informing you or adding them on later. That is pretty much SOP. It is standard operating procedure that the ICC will add demerit points if you are found guilty of breaching any of their rules. That's basic. Haris Rauf doesn't need to be called separately by the ICC and being told, hey, bud, listen, you are going to get demerit points for doing what it is that you were doing because it's against the rules. That's how the rules work. So are you telling me that Rauf had no idea about the rules? Possibly. And number two is even funnier because it just proves the point I made that they don't really know how the rules work. He didn't know that accepting the sanction would lead to a reduced penalty. How many times have you guys seen the news releases that come from the ICC? We see them a lot because we're part of the media, and the releases clearly say that when a player, whether it be a captain, whether it be a regular player, is charged with any breach, if they accept the breach, then there's no need for a formal hearing, and therefore the penalty that's given is more often than not a rather lenient one, or I dare say a slap on the wrist. So he didn't accept the sanction. He in fact chose to contest it, which then led to a hearing and then led to him being given a harsher penalty. That's so basic. That is something everyone knows. And it just, as I said, it proves that they don't know the rules, or they didn't know the rules, and now this is just a little bit of classic spin from the Pakistani media saying that, oh, he wasn't informed. He doesn't need to be informed. And oh, he didn't know that this would happen. Well, then that's his fault. It's not the ICC's fault. The ICC have been pretty fair here. He was probably the most provocative of all the players consistently, whether it be in practice sessions, whether it be on the field, whether it be celebrating in the faces of the players. He was the most provocative. The 2-match ban was the least that could be done. And of course, it came late, but better late than never, right? Anyway, that's my opinion on the matter. What do you guys think? Let us know that in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap the bell icon as well. Follow us also on social media. We're on Instagram, X and Facebook, and stay tuned for more such updates from the world of sport.